Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, back to do part 4 of my top 50 favorite horror movies. Just keep in mind that these are just my opinion and how I view the films. And like I stated before, I'll be doing these in groups of 10 to try to not make uh, the videos super long. But without further ado, let's get started. Coming in at number 20, the original, My Bloody Valentine. Just a great film. I've stated how much I love this film before. This made my top 25 80 slashers. Just a really, really good film. If I do have a gripe about it, is that it drags a little, in some parts, but I do love this film. Really a good film. But that is number 20, My Bloody Valentine. Coming up next, number 19, The Evil Dead. Yeah, this is just a great film. Definitely one of my favorites of all time. It is the old Anchor Bay that comes with the Ladies of Evil Dead booklet. But this is when the movie was actually creepy and scary and not quite as funny as parts 2 and 3 and the TV series as well, which I love all those as well, but this movie just blew me away. Very creepy, very menacing. But that is number 19, The Evil Dead. Coming up, number 18, Madhouse. Those of you who participated in my 100 subs contest, thank you very much. And if you remember correctly, this was my favorite Vincent Price film. I love the character of Dr. Death, and anything that has Vincent Price and Peter Cushing, I'm definitely watching it. So, one of my favorites of all time, Madhouse. Comes in at number 18. I do believe Kino Lorber came out with the Blu-ray, so I'll have to pick that up. Coming in at number 17, The Ugly. Is this a slasher? Is it a serial killer film? Yes and yes. But this made my top modern day slashers. I believe modern day. It was either modern day or 90s. No, it was modern day. I believe it was number 2. So this is just a great film. If you can get yourself a copy of this for fairly cheap, then do it. You will not be disappointed. Just a really, really good film. And that was number 17, The Ugly. Coming up next, number 16, The Fly. This is just a great film. One of my favorite Cronenberg films. And actually, it is probably my favorite Cronenberg film. But, Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis, they just had great chemistry in it. The gore is top-notch. Storytelling is great. And, this is one of the very, very few films that is actually better than the original. So, in my opinion anyway. But that is number 16, The Fly. Coming up next, number 15, Dawn of the Dead. Yes, my favorite zombie film. And I found my Anchor Bay version of it too, because I did the zombie tag last week and I couldn't find it, but I did find it. So, showing it to you guys now. But Dawn of the Dead, an iconic film. Just a whole shopping mall. It's just so much fun. It changed zombie films, in my opinion. It kind of made it seem like you could have fun with them. Not everything was such doom and gloom, but Just a perfect zombie film. Dawn of the Dead. Coming up next, number 14, sorry. The original Phantasm. Now you guys have seen my remastered Blu-ray that Nick the Last Shoegazer sent to me. Thank you, Nick. I wanted to show you guys my Anchor Bay version of Phantasm. And I actually also have a MGM version of Phantasm as well. But definitely one of my favorite films of all time. This is kind of hard to classify. Another one. This has a little bit of something for everyone. Supernatural, zombie, if you want to call it that. Even some slasher elements. So, but this is just an iconic film. Definitely one I think changed the game in the late 70s. So, but that is number 14, Phantasm. Coming up next, number 13, Terror Train. Still don't have the Scream Factory upgrade. Yeah. Well, it is out of print now, but I am so happy I have the DVD of it. This is one of my all-time favorites, and I believe I've told the story before of how it was on a channel that didn't come in very well, and I really wanted to see this movie so bad, and I ended up watching it through all the snow and could barely make out a lot of the scenes in it, but yeah, just love this film. It's so much fun. With David Copperfield being in it, it's just, it's really neat. Really a neat slasher. And has, of course, the Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis. So, but that is number 13, Terror Train. Coming up next, number 12, Maniac. This is another one. Is it a slasher film? Is it a character study? Serial killer film? Yes, and I guess yes. Like I said, I've always considered this more a character study film than a slasher, but man, what a movie. What a movie. Definitely one of my favorites of all time, and like Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, it just makes you feel dirty and gritty, and oh man, such a fantastic film. Such a powerful movie. But that is Maniac, number 12. Coming up, number 11, Jaws. Such a great film, so many quotable lines. I do have a history of this. This was my one of my very good friend's favorite films, who unfortunately passed away. And yeah, when we were in high school, we used to quote lines back and forth to each other going down the hallways. So, rest in peace. But yeah, Jaws is number 11. And that brings us to the end of part 4. If you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time.